Welcome to Here's How We Get There. It's the daily show filled with conversations about business and mental health in a down-to-earth style with real-world language. Now let's dive in with your co-hosts, Kenneth Shark Kinney and Trey Tucker.
Trey, a new study has come out that says nearly half of all young adults are living with their parents, and they're not ashamed to say it. What are your thoughts on the matter?
Thanks, inflation, and we can take the word inflation and fill in whatever names you might deem necessary. But I mean, 75% of those people that are living at home, I think it's, by the way, it's 18 to 29-year-olds. Mm-hmm. They say 75% of them say it's because of inflation, and I totally get it. And it's also easy because of that whole idea of failure to launch. It's easy to shame these people because there are definite risks of staying at home too long. However, in this case, it doesn't necessarily have to be a negative thing. So if I'm thinking from a parental perspective, if your kid is living at home with you, you probably have some fear about that, and you probably want them to grow up and get responsibility and whatnot, but they can't afford the house or the apartment. So I've got three things you need to be looking to see if your kid is doing. Number one, are they working? Are they saving? And then are they contributing? Are they serving? Because if they have a job and they're actually getting off their tail each day instead of staying at home, playing video games, smoking weed, that's one win. Number two, are they saving? Are they actually showing discipline with their money and holding some away so that they can hopefully put a down payment on their house or at least start to move toward an apartment? And three, are they serving? In other words, are they starting to put somebody else or hopefully multiple people ahead of them? Because without purpose, without having something bigger than yourself to contribute to, you're going to deal with all kinds of depression, anxiety, what have you. So parents can at least have a little bit of a sigh of relief if their kids are working, saving, and serving.
Yeah, what was interesting too about this, the Harris Poll survey found that this was roughly the same number as from the 1940s, which were for much different reasons. However, as somebody that's lived overseas and has seen a lot of other cultures, that's not always, people aren't always moving out. To your point, it could not always be a negative thing because of the way we've sort of boxed in. In a lot of cultures, people are living at home with their parents beyond, and many are beyond it. Some very often it depends on the family structure as well. Does everybody automatically look, if you go out into the world and you think it's going to be easy and you're going to find affordable rent in a good neighborhood, good luck. It doesn't matter if you're just out of school or not. It stinks everywhere. I mean, interest rates have gone through the roof and it stinks, but I think people obviously feel like they need to have more independence at a younger age than they used to. I think social media and the way we consume each other in the world has shown that we can have a lot of different paths, but it's not easy. It still comes down to having a job, saving money, and being able to deal with the struggle once you get out there that we all go through when we, not everybody was, born with 3 or 4 silver spoons in their mouths like you, Trey. So mine were plastic because we couldn't even afford the wood ones. But I think it's not necessarily a negative. It's probably just the way we're reframing this, because if you look at how much better a lot of family structures are in a few other countries, not everywhere, but there are some examples to where this is not a negative.
Yeah. And, I put it equally on the parents. If they're going to let their kid stay with them as an adult, they need to put some restrictions on them. They need to have them pay some rent, do some help around the house, what have you, because you can easily enable your child. Because, parents, they all talk about how it's addictive being a parent, even when the child is no longer a child, when they're an adult. So
yeah, they all want to be their friends and not a parent.
Exactly. Can't do it.
Got to be a parent and a landlord. And then make sure you beat them at whatever video games you play with them.
Amen.
Thank you for joining Shark and Trey on the Here's How We Get There show. Make sure to rate, review, and subscribe to the show and visit here'showwegetthere.com. That's here'showwegetthere.com.